guys, welcome back, and this is episode 6, and it is finishing up the 1950s vintage letters and cards. And if you didn't see the last one, I suggest you go to episode 1 so you can get started. All of these letters are addressed to the matriarch of this particular family from the 1940s until like 2005, and here we go. So we have lots to go through, but these are the last 3 for the 1950s. So without further ado, let's do it. Hi friends, this is just a warning that the last letter I will cover in this video goes over sensitive topics such as mental health crises and medical procedures. So if you are wanting to click out before that, I will give you a countdown. When you see the countdown start, that is your clue to go ahead and end the video. Thank you so much for watching. And this is from the daughter. M is what I will call her. All right, here we go, guys. Dear Mother and Dad, I was very happy to receive your letter. Last night I opened the package. Thanks so much for the writing paper. It should last years at least. Oh, a year at least. The stamps are also greatly appreciated, and we are going to use the cookies and jam for snack. I did need hairnets. Now I have a large supply of them. Oh, okay. I'm like, okay. Aunt Stella sent me 2 and a hanky, so now I have 5. I'll put some away for later use. About the meat. We eat at the mother house altogether. I would say there are over 120 sisters to feed. I am sure the sisters would appreciate the meat, but it might prove to be quite expensive. All gifts are accepted. When you mentioned sausage, my mouth watered. So we'll leave the meat problem for you to decide. How about something like Polish canned ham? Canned goods? Dad, I really do miss your meats. You've spoiled me. I can understand why you won't be able to come down on September 13th, Mom. I wouldn't want you to make the trip and then get sick. So I'll see you after the baby comes. Aw. I miss all of you and am very glad visiting day is soon. I have heard that A is working very hard. Hope that she isn't overdoing it. On visiting Sunday, I hope you'll stay for benediction at 5. After benediction, I can come out and see you off. So wait. Keep up the good work, Dad. I know Father C is on retreat this week. It's probably the only vacation he really gets or should I say relaxation. Okay, one of the sisters does casework in Phillipsburg and said that she would visit you. Father and the sister saw my picture in the monitor and wanted to meet me. This week, I received a note from Senior R, and she sent me the clipping from the monitor so I can keep it. So-and-so is a very important person in our diocese. You probably have heard his column in the monitor. I think it's the one entitled, Did You Know That? ... He knows these other 2 fathers. I think it's a good idea to give Lassie away. Oh, Lassie's the dog. Maybe the SPCA could find a home for her. Johnny could get ambitious and give her a bath. Johnny the brother. Also, I haven't received a letter from him. Oh, it's just like an older sibling to tell on you. We have not heard from the dentist yet, have you? Sister thought I should call him. I bet S is able to pay a lot now. Oh, say a lot now. Has he grown much? Right now, I'd like a dish of spaghetti or lasagna, or some of that soft white Italian cheese ricotta. That's the way you spell it. Isn't it? She's missing some home-cooked meals. This week, I received a letter from Mary Ann and also must be on vacation. Her letter is postmarked St. Petersburg, Florida. I lived right near there. In her letter, Aunt Stella said that I'll get used to rising early. She has been doing it for 21 years. I haven't heard from E. She is still working at the rectory, isn't she? Hope all of you are well. How is, and then she lists everybody. I should write to Mrs. S. Do you think that she could come down some visiting day? Give her my love. We now have 11 new girls. One from Florida, one from Mass, Alabama, Kentucky, Maryland, Philadelphia, Albany, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Brooklyn, New York. Mary Ann entered in February. Do you remember her picture in the monitor? Her last name is, and she is Italian. Her parents sent her figs and prickly pears. Have you done anything about the subscription to the monitor? This girl's relentless. Sister has given me permission to receive it. I would like to see the pictures that were taken on the entrance day. I would also like pictures of all of you. You are always in my prayers. Oh. P.S. Did my Schaefer pencil come yet? Okay. Senior E said, Dad, that you could bring sausage for us and we could eat it for snack. There are 35 of us living here. It's a lot of sausage. You asked if there was anything special I would like. There is. My piano music. I can ask for permission to use the piano here. Be sure to include the glowworm, evening chimes, silver chimes, love you truly, end of a perfect day, and the latest exercise book. I think my last exercise book was Matthew's 4th year. She's adorable. Mother, about getting something for Senior J. I think maybe something like bath powder would be suitable. Take care of yourself. Lots of love, M. Oh my goodness, that girl. So I'm just thinking of a teenager talking on the phone for the longest time. Like she is writing her letters just like a teenager, just like, or, you know, an older, a very young adult. Adorable, adorable, adorable. I love that she's like, I would love some lasagna. I would love some sausage. Please, please help me. All right, we have 2 more. So this is, hold on. What month was that? That was August 30th of 59. And now we are September 11th. Got it here. This one. This is little. September 10th. I don't know what year that is. Oh, 1959. Okay. Dearest Rosalie, where, oh, where does the time fly? I was so tickled to hear of M's plans and know you are thrilled to have her entering the service of the church. I would think that it would be most rewarding and give her great peace within herself. That new baby must be almost due, if not already delivered. I hope that Marie is to go in January. Oh, I don't know who that is. Oh, so that she would be with you for the newest arrival. Will M be going to Philadelphia to the mother house or to whatever? I meant to write them, but as you can see, my good intentions didn't get carried out. L was up for 3 weeks visiting both mother and us. Was fun having her with us, although I do believe all of my little children impressed her no end. We moved into a brand new spick and span back split level home. E moved as while I was in hospital having J. Um, this but Buddy very hard by the came back from Bel Air. He had a new baby and a new something and strange children for neighbors. He began stammering. Oh, the littlest one. This hit Buddy very hard. Okay, so they moved into a new home, and so everything was different. So her little one was stuttering. He was wetting his pants day and night and blinking his eyes. Oh, he picked out one step from living room up to the bedrooms, and what? Looks like married it. Really grounded under his heels for a month or so. Fortunately for the step, he finally has become acclimated. And we tried to give him extra attention. Wait, are they talking about a dog? No, because dogs don't stammer. Okay, we're talking about a child. He picked out one step from living room up to the bedrooms, and something, and really grounded under his heels for a month or so. Fortunately for the steps, he finally has become acclimated, and we tried to give him extra attention, etc. Mother sold her something a week or so ago and is now visiting B and P and back here for a day or two, and then on to Long Island for a visit, and eventually on to Florida for the winter. We are arguing for a new little one in 9 months or so. Arguing? So that Jimmy will have a brother or sister close to his age. Arranging? It doesn't say arranging. Working? No. Buddy and Bobby are playing as well as fighting together nicely. Very satisfying to the parents after going through that in-between stage that seems to last so long when you're giving them it. Thanks for bearing with me. That's hilarious. Do you suppose M could pay us a visit if she's not leaving until June? We'd love to have her. We like our new neighborhood and neighbors and love our new, I don't know, looks like limo, but I'm sure that's not in. Anytime you can come down as a family, we'd love to have you and have plenty of room and beds. We are right down the street from Saint something church and school. Something would dearly love to change over to the school since most of her playmates and her dearest friend from our old address go there. The problems we give new children are tremendous at times. Yeah, that's true. We are all well except for what? We are all well except I'm too fat and Ed's developing a fall allergy to something. Oh, to something. He's had a spring allergy which drove him goofy for several weeks, but had been fine in fall. Siesta V. That's hilarious. Something else. Forgive the pencil, but thought it better than no letter at all. Love to all. Whoever her friend is, I can't read that. That's hilarious. Oh my goodness. All right. Her poor little boy, they moved and it broke him up, man. And then he wore out one of the steps in the living room going up the stairs. That's hilarious. I'm glad he's better now. Okay, we have one more letter for the 1950s. And I'm pretty sure this is from Marie. This is from somewhere in St. Petersburg, December of 1959. I am sorry to address you in this manner. However, I do not know your name. Would you be kind enough to deliver this letter to Rosalie? Okay. I got it. This was written to our girl, Rosalie, who is the matriarch of this family. And it was sent to a church that this person knew that she was affiliated to. So she's asking this person to forward it on to our girl Rosalie. Okay. I know she would forgive me. Knowing F, I'm afraid he is unable to do so. Rose is one of the loveliest women I have ever known. They have been wonderful, but I have come through some strange phase of adjustment in my life, and I could not help the circumstances that controlled it. May I have your blessings? Sincerely, oh yeah, a woman. Okay. All right, so that is the cover letter asking this to be forwarded, and then this is the letter to Rosalie. Dear Rosalie, it is Christmas and I am very homesick and lonely for old familiar faces. But where is home? How does one define it? So much has gone out of my life. I really have never known how to ask your forgiveness, as I have no explanation for my ingratitude when you both meant to help me. Oh, I only know the vital part of my life died when both you and your family went out of my life. I have never known how to reach God to find a way back. If perchance I could relate this the years in chronological order, you might be able to forgive me and know that I am not superhuman, that my burdens and problems grew out of founds, and I was no longer able to cope with them. How much one is supposed to endure and still remain normal. Oh, bless her heart. So she's reaching out to Rosalie, sounds like. Is for a psychiatrist to answer. While I had 36 years of a wonderful marriage that few women can boast of, it was the events that took place that no one really is to blame. Life circumstances, fate, call it what you may. All I know is it's a long story. It even started back into my childhood. However, since this was before you came into my life, I will skip that part of the picture. I was married in 1918. 2 years later, my son was born. The doctor and the nurse took care of me. Owe my life to them. How do I put this? Sometimes after surgery or childbirth, you might lose a lot of blood. That's what we're going to say. So she did a lot. When the packing was removed in the morning, he could not save me. They had no transfusions in those days. Staph tosemia had set in. I'm sure that's pronounced wrong. I was in bed over a month. 3.5 years later, Z was born. At 18 months, she developed a throat condition. I saw her on and off the operating table 9 times, and for 21 years this continued. Oh my goodness. In 1932, we bought home. I don't know. That was during the Depression years. In 1933, we lost our house in Clinton. In 1935, I had a mental breakdown that lasted 2.5 years. I had a strep sore throat and had 14 teeth extracted at once. Bless this lady. In 1936, my husband entered terminal hospital. No, something hospital for brain surgery. Oh my goodness. In 1936, young B joined the army and was sent to Panama. Pearl Harbor was attacked. He was retained there and contracted some jungle fever. Oh my goodness. And lost his hair, so that today he hasn't a grain of hair on his head. This is one of my deepest sorrows. In 1939, my father passed away suddenly. 9 months later, my mother did. In 1943, my son married. In 1945, I lost my first grandchild. In May of 46, I entered U.S. Marine Hospital. I had a major operation. 1 month later, my husband suffered his first stroke. Good Lord. He was forced to retire with $63,000 pension. And as we had a sizable mortgage on the whatnot, I worried through the years. Now for the next 8 years, I watched my husband gradually grow worse to complete care. I am and never have complained. I would gladly do it all over again. I just want to explain, through my human frailty, something had to give. In 1950, Z married when I needed her most. The doctor discovers that she has a bone tumor in the roof of her mouth. She is pregnant with her first baby. I see her go through another operation. In 1951, the state highway comes through my property. I lost my house and I come through a complete building and relocating of all buildings. When in 1954, it is nearing this woman's life and her family completion. Okay, so they had to relocate the buildings, rebuilt, and then 1954 was nearing and her husband passed away. Since life had no purpose for me, I didn't know what I wanted. I was unable to pray. I only remember traveling the roads 3 times, driving alone to Florida, day and night. Then in 1955, you tried to help me, but when I tell your children I didn't care, my life was nil. Since I never ran the business again, and whatever did take place seems vague. Then in 56, I again enter Prince George's Hospital in Maryland for a major operation, for a bladder operation. In 1957, I put the place on the market to sell, and I heard through the agent the state is building a new federal highway, and my place will be taken out completely. I dismantled the place, get ready for an auction alone that took me 6 weeks to prepare for. Rented the house for 1 year. In August of 58, I again enter Prince George's General Hospital for a serious thyroid operation. In October the same year, the state starts to negotiate. We came to terms after Thanksgiving. In 1958, I start packing to move. I spent Thanksgiving with Z. I bought a new house 5 miles from her. I moved in January of 1959 to a new world that was strange for a woman of 63. One does not make roots. The adjustment is hard. I sold the house 6.5 months later. My furniture is stored in Washington, D.C. In 1958, I drove out to Dayton, Ohio, and collapsed and was under tranquilizers for 3 months until operated on in August of 58 for thyroid condition. I have always loved you as much as my own children. Perhaps you may be able to evaluate me. I could no more help conditions that grew beyond my human strength. So I ask for your forgiveness in a very humble way. You who have lived so close to God, you may have the answer. I had to make myself do so many things. I have many blessings. What makes me like this? Dear little Marie. She was always beautiful. Do you think I would be allowed to write to her? Maybe she would pray for me. The hour is late and I am very tired, so I will go to bed, hoping you well. Find it in your good hearts to forgive. That was your last baby, Rose? Last night I heard a girl sing Ave Maria on the telephone hour. It brought back memories of your voice. It made me want you very much. May you all have a happy Christmas. Love to one and all. Aunt P. Holy Kaboli. Bless her heart. I wonder if Rosalie and her family, understood, forgive her. Maybe we'll find that in a future letter, the ending to that story. And we are going into the 60s. So I hope that you will join me again on the next episode. Until that time, bye.